All right, man. Word on the street is that the Phoenix Suns could look to trade Chris Paul in a couple weeks at the NBA trade deadline. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. And don't forget, check out the NBA Talk playlist. Appreciate the love, support, everybody showing the channel. So yeah, they could look to move on for Chris Paul by the trade deadline. They said he one of the low key names to watch. Right now, I think they said 26 and 25 as of Monday in the Western Conference. So, I mean, it's always a team is always they missed their window when they ain't beat Milwaukee, and they missed it last year. And the thing about them too is that anytime you got somebody that's not a happy camper in the locker room that you paid a lot of money to, DeAndre Ayton, it brings down the morale of the team, right? And who knows what his teammates feel and what they said about him behind closed doors. I remember he first got there, he said it was his team, not Devin Booker's team. And you ain't did nothing, before for the BO team or after the BO team. So, I mean, anytime you got a riding tooth, you got to pull it. And they paid him because they didn't have no other option. And then they got to pay Cam Johnson. So you might be seeing Phoenix hit the reset button, honestly. New ownership coming. They ain't already found one. And then you start looking around, where's the best fit, for Chris Paul. Then it may be who the best fit for DeAndre Ayton and Devin Booker. They might completely hit the reset button, dude, in Phoenix. You have to pay Cam Johnson. Not sure if he came back off injury. So it might be a complete reset in Phoenix, bro. Like, it could be, but the West is just a conference that's in transition. Golden State is still hanging around. They not doing so well, but we got great veteran leadership like Steph, Clay, even Chris Paul, and with Phoenix, you got good coach Monty whatever his name is, Monty Williams. Phoenix could turn it around. It ain't like it's a dominant team out west right now. So to hit the reset button before the trade deadline, I think will be completely premature. But for them, but like I said before, when you got somebody that's not happy in DeAndre Ayton, he know y'all don't want him there, and he only there because y'all couldn't get a better replacement for him is crazy. And if I'm them, maybe I look to acquire Mo Bamba. Maybe I look to acquire Mo Bamba. That's the thing about the big fellas real quick before I dig into CP3. That's the thing about them. Today is different. If you like DeAndre Ayton with that body type and you can't post up consistently and get two on the block and get to the free throw line and get the other guy and take advantage of small ball and get the other guy in foul trouble, it ain't no place for you in this league, honestly. Especially when what needs to be done from a five position right now. If you're not gonna do that, post it and make people respect you, the 10 to 15 footer, and take over off the block and from elbow to elbow, block to block, and dominate the paint offensively, then you have to be able to obviously rebound at a high clip. He a solid rebounder, but you have to be able to defend the paint. You have to be able to step out there on pick and rolls and provide help defense and stay just in front of these quicker guards and these quicker wings long enough for the defense to recover. So if you're not gonna be, if you ain't gonna dominate on the block, then you gotta defensively be dominant. You gotta be able to run, block shots, rebound. Stay in front of somebody a little bit. Off the pick and roll. You got to be able to dominate and lock up the paint, and he can't do that. And they don't run the offense through him to allow him to, really dominate on the paint. And that's how you probably going to get the best out of him. So when you ain't athletic, you can't run and jump and block shots and hold it down and don't embrace that role, and you ain't dominating on the block, then there's no need. There's really no need for you, for anywhere in the league, but off the bench. But to Chris Paul, for Chris Paul, to go to the main topic, you look Boston. I don't know how, what can Boston offer, but that's exactly what they need. That's what they was missing last year. That would make Boston the perennial favorites easily. Exactly what they need. They need somebody who gonna get Jason Tatum the ball, get Brown the ball, distribute the right way, and they ain't bringing the ball up where the defense can key on them. Now you got Tatum who can move off the ball, who can use his frame, post up, who can just cut and and Chris Paul gonna find him. And if I'm Boston, I'm probably playing Chris Paul half the games down the stretch. If I was to acquire him, if that. And then the playoffs, we hit the ground running. And I watch his minutes in the first and second round because I know we gonna do our thing in the first and second round. But come the Eastern Conference Finals, then that's when you start depending on Chris Paul and all that type. So that's the number one destination for him, bar none. That's exactly what they need. And he out the West, so you ain't got to see him. Then you go and say Miami, or they need somebody else next to Jimmy Butler who Chris Paul can do it all. He can defend, he can shoot, he can score, he can facilitate. I think Miami would benefit with somebody like him. So Philadelphia do something. I don't know. I don't think him and James Harden would be an ideal fit. But it could work. It could work, but I don't really see that unless they're willing to move on from James Harden, but I don't really see that being a fit there. Milwaukee is another one. Him and Drew Holiday can play together. Chris Middleton, Giannis. I know Giannis had a ball in his hand, but Chris Paul, he can make it a lot easier for those guys out there. Holiday, he can free Holiday up. He can free Middleton up. He can free Giannis up. He'll make it easier out there. But I think Boston is just, for him, that's the best fit for him. And you want to put him in a contender. Then obviously they won't need him in Cleveland, nothing like that. But then you go out west and say if they want enough to keep him out west, obviously they'd have to up the price. Really, the Pelicans, I would guess, but then again, Ingram is kind of like that. He'd get him a veteran guard. They got a lot of young assets and they got picks for to make it happen. But the thing about them is, Brandon Ingram missed a number of games. Zion always injured. You add another older Chris Paul injured, then he'd be in a smaller backcourt if you kept McCollum. So I'm not sure. From just a straight fit standpoint, with everybody being healthy, and them getting a better defensive, bigger guard next to him, and some of the lineups, that'd be a great fit for Chris Paul, and for them young Pelicans too. You got somebody who got some championship experience, who gonna put y'all in the proper place. But really, amongst the top teams out there, that's about it. Him and LeBron wouldn't really click like that. Him going back to the Clippers, yeah, that could be something. But then again, you can't depend on the durability of Chris Paul already, and then you can't depend on the durability of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George, straight up and down. So you can't depend on nobody's durability in that situation. So that's the crazy thing about it. But yeah, that's just my opinion on it. But I think Boston is the number one place for him to go. And, I think if you're going to do that, then you get rid of DeAndre Ayton, too. You can't have that cancer in your locker room. And it might just be time to kind of rebuild on the fly for James Jones and the Phoenix Suns. It might be that time just to rebuild on the fly and do something different. So let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance. Get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially want to support the channel. Cash App, $CJ Good 313. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link description. Hit the NBA Talk playlist for more videos like this. Appreciate the love, support. Peace.